Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to break down how you can turn a new hire's first day from something that's, filled with anxiety into a massive strategic advantage for your business. Okay, let's just dive right into this. Starting a new job is incredibly daunting, right? And what's really telling is that research shows about 40% of people feel isolated at work. That feeling of being an outsider, it creates a huge risk for a company, literally from day one.
And this isn't just some vague, fuzzy feeling of loneliness. No, it has a real, measurable impact on your business. When new hires feel disconnected, the consequences show up directly on the bottom line.
I mean, the data here is just crystal clear. Just look at the difference. When you create a high sense of belonging, it's linked to a massive 50% drop in the risk of that employee leaving. That's not a small tweak. That is a complete game changer for retention.
So here's the crucial point. Retention isn't just about the work itself or the salary. It's all about connection. People stay where they feel like they are part of something, and you have to build that connection on purpose, right from the very beginning.
So where do we start? Well, the playbook actually begins before their official start date. This proactive phase is what we call preboarding. This is that really critical period, where a new hire's nerves and maybe even some second thoughts can be totally transformed into genuine excitement and confidence. It's your first and maybe best chance to show them they made the right choice. And it breaks down into a really simple, actionable process. For example, some companies, like Episode 6, send new hires company swag and a clear plan for their first few months. Just that simple act of communication can calm all those first-day nerves before they even have a chance to build up. The contrast is pretty stark, isn't it? Leaving a new hire in radio silence just creates this vacuum that gets filled with anxiety. But proactive communication, even just a few thoughtful emails, shows you're invested in them as a person from the second they sign that offer. Okay, now for the main event, the first day. This is such a pivotal moment. It can set the tone for their entire journey with your company. It's an impression that is definitely going to stick. A structured first day like this should be all about welcome and connection, not just burying them in paperwork. The goal is super simple, for them to leave at the end of the day feeling genuinely excited to come back for day 2. But above all, belonging is about human connection. And the single most effective way to foster this, to make it real and immediate, is to give them a dedicated person they can turn to from minute 1. A buddy is their guide for everything the employee handbook just can't cover. Sonar Source has a great approach here. They assign a mentor from a completely different department. This creates a safe and formal space for new hires to ask anything, navigate the culture, and feel truly connected. A great start is absolutely crucial, but making someone feel like they truly belong, well, that's an ongoing process. It needs to be nurtured well beyond that first week. And this is such a key distinction. They say inclusion is being invited to the party, belonging is being asked to dance. It means creating an environment where people feel safe to be their authentic selves and know that their unique perspectives are not just tolerated, but actually valued. So how do you sustain it? Well, it's through a continuous loop of support. This means structured check-ins with managers, actively asking for feedback, celebrating those early wins, and showing them a clear path for growth inside the company. And the payoff for this long-term thinking it's massive. The data shows that a strong, continuous onboarding program, one that goes way beyond the first week, can improve new hire retention by a staggering 82%. Just think about that impact. It proves that belonging isn't just a goal for day 1, it's a long-term strategy. So, to recap the crucial points from our playbook, a successful onboarding strategy is a journey, not a one-day event. It starts before day 1, it makes the first day all about connection, it provides a human guide, and it continues with ongoing support. And that brings us to the final thought. The big takeaway is this: every action you take or don't take during the onboarding process either strengthens an employee's foundation with your company, or it creates the very first crack. So what impression are you making?